All right, so when you have forms and tables and all these different things, you might want to see the totals of something. So in the business analyst table, for instance, if I go ahead and close my field list on the right here, I've got these two values here for salary YTD and for incentive YTD. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and input a new business analyst here. So we're going to quickly add in a new business analyst. It's going to be number 35, and that one is going to be for Scott as the last name, Jeff as the first name, who lives at 1925 Pine in Georgetown, North Carolina, 28794. The salary so far year to date is 500. Whoops, may not put in a percentage here. And the incentive year to date is 0. So quickly putting in a person, obviously no clients associated with him, but is there. Now what's cool is we can add a total to this. So just like we have in normal spreadsheets, we usually want to see sums at the end or averages or those kinds of things. So up here in the records section on the home tab, I have the ability to do a total. And if I click total, you'll see that it will bring in a row down at the bottom where I can then go click below each of these fields and I can do like a sum, average, count, max, min, standard deviation, and variance. So I could do a sum really quickly here and a sum really quickly here and watch as this changes. So let's say his incentive is now $200. It's going to update automatically so that we can see those changes, just like we had in Excel. So I'm going to go ahead and set this back to 0 because his actually is in fact 0. And then another thing that I want to show besides totals in here is like how you have this text formatting section for this table. I know it might be like, well, I'm just looking at this table, but maybe you want to quickly print it, or maybe you want to see information a little bit differently. And this should look fairly familiar to you. I mean, you've got font, sizing, color, all those kinds of things. I would say we have two new buttons right here that we probably haven't seen before. The first being grid lines. Do we want to see grid lines? So we could turn those off and see no grid lines. But I'm going to go ahead and keep them on for both. And then the second thing you have is the row banding. And we've learned about row banding before where the rows look different. Every other row looks different so that we can see the banded colors. And that row banding is doing automatic with gray, but you can change that to like orange if you wanted to, or be kind of crazy with it. So lots of different things. I'm going to go ahead and change mine to like a light yellow, and you can see that you can make those adjustments up here. But I wanted to show you that because I think it's important. If you wanted to quickly print this, you could change the way that it looks with the colors and all those kinds of things. But this should look pretty familiar to you. We shouldn't have to go over this text formatting very much.